Welcome, I'm Trevor Emden, and in this video I'm going to show you how top online coaches create courses that sell like gangbusters. So in a moment we're going to jump over to my mind map and I'll walk you through the entire process from top to bottom. Make sure you stay to the end because I will reveal some secrets that actually turn the steak that I'm going to show you how to create into the sizzle that makes it sell as well, no matter where you are in your career. So we'll do that in a second, but before I do, please just take a moment to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and click the little bell, hit the little bell icon so that you get notified when I make more useful videos like this. Thank you very much. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, maybe make a comment below as well, preferably a nice one, be nice. But feel free to ask questions. That's what I'm here for. Okay, let's jump over to the mind map. See you in a sec. Hey, so welcome to the mind map. Now, stay with me to the end. I'm going to run through this. I'm going to show you two things essentially. One, how top coaches create online courses. In other words, how they pick their topics. And two, what makes them sell. Now, in order to do that, I need to put the jigsaw puzzle pieces together for you. So stick with me. This may be slightly longer than my usual videos, or some of them, but I'll do my best to keep it concise, and you can always rewind and go over bits again if you miss a bit. Take notes. So the first thing to understand, we're going to start over here, transformation, not information. The first thing to understand is that people will not pay you anymore for information. Very rarely, very unlikely. Because it's free. You can get information on the internet for anything. You want to know how to build a house? Go on the internet. Probably YouTube. I expect there'll be videos about it. You want to know how to train a dog? Go on the internet, and so on. Information is not what people want. What they want is change. They want something that's going to shift them from a position they're stuck in to somewhere that's moved them forward, which changes their lives in some way. Now, before you get too scared that I'm going to give you something overwhelming, I'm not. Because first of all, yes, you do know something that can help people. Your experience is your expertise. And don't think that you don't know anything. Don't underestimate this. Now, I can't go into depth here in a concise video about how to find things like that, but think about achievements. Think about problems that you've solved or resolved, issues that seem to be big in your life at one time and you made them go away in some way. It could be anything. It could be getting a top job. It could be passing an exam or a driving test or a sporting achievement, or it could be a personal thing like saving a marriage or winning the man or woman of your dreams, or a million other things. I can't think of every possible scenario, but you get my drift. Now, obviously, it has to match the market that you're aiming for, so there's no point in, if you're going to talk about how to save your marriage, if your market is business executives who want to grow their business. Business executives, I'm sure, have as much trouble with their marriages as any other area of society, but you can see that's not a match. Right, so don't underestimate that. So your experience. It is your expertise. And the reason that I say that about don't underestimate it is because it's so easy for us to think, well, anyone could do that. But that's exactly the kind of thing where people would say, I wish I could do that like you. Simple example, just doing what I'm doing now. People have said to me, oh, I wish I could talk to a camera as naturally as you do. And I think, oh, well, I didn't know that was a problem. I kind of do now because so many people have said it to me. But for me, it's like, well, I just do it. I talk to the camera like I'd be talking to you if I was sitting with you in person, having a coffee or whatever. So that's step one. So obviously you've got to fill in the gaps here, but you do have enough knowledge, more than enough knowledge and experience to come up with something, a course that will be hot. And then when you've got an idea, and you can just jot down ideas, just get pen and paper and brainstorm all of this stuff, and then create a roadmap. Now, this is a brilliant, simple, I love this idea, I got from Frank Kern. If you don't know who he is, check him out as well. Frank Kern, Kern, wonderful, brilliant marketer. And he just says create a roadmap. Now, all that is, nothing complicated. You get a piece of paper, you turn it landscape, so the long sides are at the top and the bottom, blank piece of paper, preferably with no lines on, and you get a pen, and you draw one line across the middle. That's your road. And at the end of that road, the end of that line, on the right-hand end, you draw a little upright. That's the destination. And on the left-hand end of it, you draw another little upright. That's the starting point. So now get your pen, and under the destination little line, the little vertical line, write what the outcome is. What's the end of the journey? So it might be marriage saved, second honeymoon booked, whatever. And the beginning of that journey would be marriage almost on the rocks, right? So then what you do is you work backwards. So you start from the end and work backwards. So you kind of go, okay, well, I saved my marriage. So what was it? What was the last thing I did just before it all fell back into place? I did such and such a thing. So you draw another line and you write down what that was. And then that's the penultimate step. And then the one before and the one before and the one before until you get back to the beginning. And then you go from left to right, and you can read your entire course. Now you'll probably find this is the longest part of the process. It might take you an hour. Whoa, there's a big deal, right? That's the longest thing. And you'll probably find that some of the steps that you've now created, if you're anything like me, there's too many of them. And then you look at it and you go, well, actually, what, steps 2 and 3, they're kind of the same step, so you kind of blend them together. And steps 6 and 7, well, when I'm teaching 6, I'll probably be overlapping into 7 anyway, so I can make that one step. And you'll shape it. But that's your roadmap. So now you've got an outline of a course. You've got a big idea, you know your market wants, you know you can handle it because you've done the journey, and so you're good to go. Now, the question is, what's the big result? Now, what I mean by that is, first of all, your job with this course, whatever it is, and I'm talking about courses you can sell for, $1,000 to $2,000 typically, you want to solve one problem. So with the example I was just using, and I'm not in the marriage saving market at all, but in that example, possibly you would say, well, but what about the children? What about the legal bits? What about what they do about who keeps the other house or whatever? That's not for this course. You are just solving one problem, one solution. If there are legal issues to iron out and you know how to do that too, that may well be another course, or some additional coaching you can offer for, more money. But you need to keep it to one, that road is one straight line from A to B, or A to Z if you like, or Z if you're American. So it might be, so whatever market you're in, so I put some examples here. What's the big result? What's on that right-hand end of that road, that roadmap? So it might be, your course might be how to get more clients. I'm very good at getting new clients into my business. You might say that's your journey, that's your expertise. So then you want to kind of make that a bit more attractive by saying something like, how to get, I don't know, I'm going to pull a number out there, how to get 5 more clients into your business in the next 4 weeks or this month or whatever. How to get hot dates. Maybe you're in the confidence market, confidence coach. How to get hot dates, right? How to deal with, I hate that. How to knock poor confidence on the head in 7 days. I don't know, something like that. I'm not in those markets, as you can tell. How to monetize your hobby. Again, if that's something you've done, you might want to talk about that. How to coach business leaders, for example, if you know how to get your foot in the door. I put that one there because I actually saw copy for a course doing that. how to impact business leaders even if you've never been in business, I think was the hook. Right, so you can see that then becomes, I'll talk about the hooks in a minute, but that then becomes a much more juicy, if somebody's interested in that, like, wow, I want to know how to do that. How much does that cost? And then they'll investigate. So the big result, one problem. And also look a bit deeper. Why do they want it? What's going to motivate them to want to buy your course? Well, this is not an exhaustive list. I've done that elsewhere in other videos as well, and there isn't time to go into every possible motivation, but these are some of the big ones that motivate a lot of people. And I want you to see that it's not always about money. So it makes them money, that would certainly be, if it's a business one, that would certainly be, makes more profit or saves money. Those two may sometimes go together, don't always, but those two clearly, if it's a commercial kind of market that you're going for, those could be very strong motivators. However, not always the case. Prestige, that might be, Apple is really good at this. Every time Apple brings out a new model of its phone, for the last several upgrades, the difference between the one before and the new one is really minuscule. But plenty of Apple aficionados will rush out to buy the new one the minute it's released, and we know they queue around the block literally to get it. And it's not because they want, they need it. It's because they want it. It's prestige. I've got the latest Apple gadget. So there's lots of things like that. Possibly in our world, if we're coaches and offering service kind of opportunities, possibly not so much. Saves time. You'll see lots of TV adverts. Software is often a time-saving thing these days. Again, depends what you're offering in. Improves well-being. That's a big one if you're dealing with something like anxiety, for example, or, as I said, self-confidence. So that's mental health, physical health. If you're in the fitness niche or beauty or anything like that, then well-being may well be the reason that they'll want to buy your course. So I'll come back to 70 days to 5K a month in a minute, but I want to come over here. So just going a bit deeper into that, why does it matter to them? Right, so I'll just hide that for a moment. So more money is, it'll make you money, is not a good enough hook. Because more money is not a thing in itself. It's a means to an end, always. I'm fond of reminding my clients about Ebenezer Scrooge, who had a lot of money and was doing nothing with it. He was freezing cold, burning one candle, paying his poor staff, a pittance, just to accumulate more money, with which he did absolutely nothing until those ghosts came and gave him a bit of a kicking. Right? So why do people, if you think it's going to make you more money, why? What do they want it for? What difference will the money make? Will it make them, if your typical customer is maybe mid-30s to mid-40s, maybe it'll help them get their kids through college. Or maybe you've got a different age group or a different demographic who want to go on world cruises. Whatever, why do they want the money? Maybe they want to upgrade their house, their home, right? Speaking of home, working from home might be the thing that your course helps them to do. Why would they want to do that? Think about what difference it makes. So that is our key words for all these. So that you can blah, blah, blah. So that you can investigate your market a bit more. I haven't got time in this video to go into all the marketing stuff in depth. Again, it takes too long. Big topic, huge topic. I do teach it in depth in my coaching programs, but can't do that in a short video. Finding love, how would life be different? For me, when I was a single guy, it was, I used to think things like, wouldn't it be lovely to have someone just to share that sunset with? It's just a moment to be gone in me. I can take a photograph of it, I suppose, but it's never quite the same as being able to stand there with your arms around each other's waists going, wow, look at that. It's a memory you can share then, but otherwise it's not. That's what finding love meant to me, amongst other things. And I'm okay, thanks. Been happily married for many years now. Losing weight. Why do people want to lose weight? It sounds like, well, of course they want to lose weight. But no, There are plenty of overweight people who aren't on diets all the time. Some overweight people never go on diets. Somebody who wants to lose weight has a motivation. So what is it? Is it a health thing? Is it a confidence issue? Find out why, because that's what's going to sell. That's the sizzle that's going to sell the steak of your course. And then you want to, when you know more about that, you're going to turn those results that you get from that investigation into a hook. Remember, I mentioned those before. So what I mean by that is make it memorable, make it snappy if you can, make it intriguing, make it inspiring. Think of book titles that make you go, oh, I want to read that. Go to Amazon and have a look at best-selling books related to the topic or the niche that you want to work in. Bestsellers, not the ones at the bottom of the list, because they're not selling, but the ones that are selling well, they will generally, many of them anyway, will have a good title that makes people, even if they've never heard of the author, go, oh wow, that's interesting, and that makes them investigate the book further. So see if you can come up with something like that. I've got a few examples here. They're not brilliant, but they'll do for now. So what's the desire that you're going to awaken in that will sell your course? Let's say it's how to make money from coaching. Well, that's what I do, and my hook is 70 days to 5K a month. My 70 days to 5K a month system with no advertising budget and not even needing a website. 70 days to 5K, because I did it myself. So, and I'll tell you more about how you can get that for free in a minute. Suppose the desire of your, that you're addressing is how to overcome shyness to get hot dates. Then the hook might be, your system might be, how to unleash your inner Superman or inner Wonder Woman, or both, I suppose. I made that up. It's not maybe the best, but it's some place to start, because the idea is it's going to make people who've got that problem go, what? How do I do that? That's the reaction you want. We talked briefly about mental health, well-being. If the desire of the course arouses is, I'm going to address how to overcome or deal with anxiety, something like 7-day mind detox program. So it doesn't have to be kind of like a movie trailer, but something that's going to make people go, 7 days? No, I don't know. Actually, well, I do know if that's possible, really, because I'm a trained psychotherapist, but I wouldn't necessarily recommending that if that's your market. But if you think you can deliver that, and you've got a program that is going to take them from very anxious to calm in 7 days, then there's a possible title for you. So I promised that I would mention 70 days to 5K a month and how you can get that for free. All you need to do is go to trevoremdon.com. That's here, trevoremdon.com/70 days, and there is a free training there. It's free, and there is no sales pitch. There's nothing, you can't buy anything from that training. So it's about an hour long, and all you have to do is go there, and I will show you exactly the 5 keys that I discovered that took me from absolutely stuck and making no money to 5K a month within 10 weeks, 70 days. It will not be there forever. I can't promise that I don't know when you're going to watch this. As I record this, obviously it's there now, so don't hang around. Go and click it, watch it. Don't just click and walk away. Click and watch it. As I say, it's 1 hour of your life, just about thereabouts, and it may well actually change your life. It will certainly change the way you think about your business, and especially if you're in some kind of coaching or consultative kind of role, or you want to be, and you don't know how to move it forward or grow it or get it going. As I say, this is free. There's no sales pitch. It does not involve advertising costs. It doesn't even involve your website. If you have one, that's fine. If you don't have one, or you have one and it's not doing anything, it's fine. It can be parked for the time being. trevoremdon.com/70 days, and this will put a lot more meat on the bones for you than I can in this short video. So I hope that's been really helpful. The link to that incidentally will be in the description below this video as well. I look forward to seeing you there, and whatever you decide to do, I wish you all the very best with your coaching career, and I will see you on this channel again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.